Hi everyone, thanks for joining me tonight. As you know, I'm here to talk about a new book that I've been writing and I'm in the process of illustrating. It's called Wand, and it's part of an anthology series that I'm writing called Explaining the Unexplainable. Basically, the idea is that each of my stories answers a strange question that a little kid might ask that you may have no idea how to answer. For example, I once heard the question, how do you how did how were the first tools made when no one had any tools to make them? It's quite a perplexing question to me. If any of your kids have ever asked you any strange questions, please put them in the comments below. And you never know, I might write a story about it. My first book, Little Fluff, was also based on based on a question, and that is, why does Santa live in the North Pole when all the legends about Saint Nick are around Turkey? Quite a good question. This new book, Wand, is also based on a question, but I'll not reveal what the question is because it might give too much away in the story. What I will do, though, is talk about the three main characters in the book, and also I will read a little excerpt from it. Okay, so the first character I'll talk about is the Wand. Now, Wand is the main character in the book. In a lot of stories about magic wands, they're not main characters and usually they're just inanimate objects. But in this story, you hear a lot about the wand's opinions, thoughts, and feelings. He's a good wand and he wants to do nice things and be kind to other people, but he's mainly controlled by those who own him. So his magic can be used for all sorts of things, but he has no say. Which sort of leads on to my next character, which is the witch. Now, she owns the wand, and this witch character, her inspiration has come largely from my dad. He used to tell me a lot of stories about witches when I was little, and most of them were called Baba Yaga, which is a name that I think he got from a lot of Scandinavian folklore. Anyway, her name is Baba Yaga, although you never hear it in the story. And she is not a good witch. The wand does not like her. She lives in a little cottage in the woods, very far out in the woods. But at night time, she'll get her dusty old broomstick and her wand, and she'll fly around town, and she'll cause all sorts of havoc. She'll do all sorts of mischief, and you'll hear about that more in the story when it comes out. Anyway, the third character in the story is called Slow One. Slow One is a horse, and you might think that's a bit of a funny name for a horse, but this was a nickname given to him by his brothers and sisters and his friends, the young foals. It's basically because he's lame. He can't run and jump and play around like all of the other young horses do, and quite cruelly, they called him Slow One. To help him feel happier and get through the day, he has a lot of daydreams. As you can see on the picture, he's looking up at the sky and he's dreaming about flying like a bird, and it just makes him feel a bit better. I think a lot of us at the moment have unfulfilled dreams, don't we, with lockdown? We all want to see family and friends and do many things that we can't do at the moment, so I guess a lot of us can relate to him at the moment. But never stop dreaming, just like Slow One didn't, nearly said Little Fluff then. Okay, so that's all the three characters in the story. Let's see what happens to them when they collide in the actual book. I'll give you a little spoiler. The witch thinks that the young foals, little Slow One's friends, will taste quite good, and so she wants to eat them. And I will read you a little bit about it now. I'm reading mainly about Slow One's dreams and how he copes with his unfulfilled dreams at the moment. But it starts from the point of view of the witch. She's watching them in the forest and she's thinking that they look quite tasty. So here we go. Witch's mouth curled up in a wicked grin. She was quite hungry and she was quite thin.
These running young foals look yummy to eat. Cooked in my cauldron, they'll taste rather sweet.
One pretty young foal was unlike the rest. He could not gallop, though he tried his best. He wished he could run, like all of his friends. He'd oft close his eyes, and he would pretend. Having his dreams makes life feel so good. For a small moment, things seemed as they should. Birds up in the trees would oft catch his eye. He'd dream of flying through an azure sky. Witch saw the slow one, so was his cruel name.
Slow one will taste bad because he is lame.
Okay, I'll leave it there because I don't want to give too many spoilers for when the actual story comes out. Thank you for watching tonight and supporting me. I do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed listening a bit about my book tonight. Please like my page, share my video, and when the book comes out, please give it a read. And in the meantime, Little Fluff, my first book, is available on Amazon if you want to give a look at that. Please give me reviews, and thank you all, and have a good night.